Here are the keys, start it up. I'm gonna get a cold start from the back. Oh, she's puffing. After a few weeks, the subframe for the Mustang finally came in. It looks undamaged, in pristine condition. It was delivered this afternoon and just dropped off in the garage. I'm planning on taking this beast to the shop and putting it in this weekend. Previously, what you guys saw is me and my buddy Noah. We were over here working on the fenders and trying to fit the bumper on the Mustang, but it was just so cold outside that all we did was some body work on the bumper and the fenders, and then we called it a day. I quickly realized with that fender that I do need a new driver's side fender, as the one on the car is bent in all sorts of ways and it wasn't lining up at all, which is why it took us all morning to figure out a lot of that fender issues. So that new fender will be in here in a few weeks, but in the meantime, I'm gonna work on this subframe, get the subframe underneath the car and get this alignment perfect. So we're gonna cold start the Mustang because tomorrow I'm gonna be taking it to work and then leaving it there, and Saturday morning I'm gonna head in and do the subframe. The boss is super nice. He's allowing me to use the lift at work because I don't have a lot of room here to do it and I don't have the proper tools. He's also lending me a engine crane so that I can hold the engine on top of the frame, the fender frame rails. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's some sort of frame holder that's gonna hold the engine up on top of the fender frames, because I do not have any mounting points underneath the engine because the oil pan is actually plastic on the Mustang. So let's get this baby fired up, bring it in the garage and finish off that interior. So tomorrow it's gonna be all ready for the subframe. Back in the morning to work on the front subframe of this Mustang. Last night didn't go very well as we couldn't figure out a way to support the engine on this engine brace right here. But I picked up a bunch of tools this morning and I'm gonna try to rig something up, figure it out, and we'll go from there. I got two chains that are 3 foot in length each, and they fit up perfectly, attaching to these brackets right here, and they are tight and they go right around the engine mounts on the right and the left, and everything is secure. Everything is looking good to go. Now I'm gonna start dropping that subframe. Boom. Just like that, the subframe is in, all good to go. Both lower control arms are in, tie rod's in, sway bar is in as well. All the wires for the steering rack are in. Steering rack is bolted down, secured, and fastened on both sides. Brake line is good to go as well. These clips are on half a life, so I decided to give them an extra life with these zip ties. Engine mount bolts on both sides are in. That one was pretty hard to get to. Got to go from up top through the engine bay. Those are both good on this side, and on this side, those are tightened all the way. As well as the steering rack, as I had to disconnect it to take the steering rack off and switch it over to the new subframe. All 12 subframe bolts are all securely fastened on both sides. The rubber fittings for the radiators are in, as well as this front structure bar and the bar for the active shutter. A very important part about removing the subframe on this vehicle is you have to support the radiators so that they don't come down with the subframe, because they actually just sit on the subframe. So these pins is what that's for. There's literally a hole designed so that you put pins in the sides right here, which connect to the radiator support, which holds the radiator and the fan up. Everything is cleaned up, ready for the alignment rack. But then, as I was cleaning up, I thought to myself, wait, do I even have the keys to the Mustang? And then I looked through everything and I left them at home. I FaceTimed my brother and he showed me them. I had them on my desk at home. So I gotta go home, grab the keys, and then I'm coming back, and then we're gonna hit that alignment. I scored big time with some pizza and the keys. No life. Took me way too long to just get the rear in spec. Now I gotta work on the front, but another time, because it is already 11:30. So I'm headed home, but we'll come back to this in a new video. So thanks for watching, guys. See ya.